All right. good evening, everyone. It is Felicia Carter with Heal Baby, with Lioness Creation Designs, with Chakra and Love Healing, the podcast, the Spiritual Growth Podcast, which we are doing tonight, and a plethora of other things. I am so excited to have you all here tonight because I have a mini ish version of myself here tonight. And we are going to be talking about spirituality in the eyes of our youth. Okay. So I'm super excited. I'm going to give you all time to come in because we are a little bit early, not too early, just a little bit. And I'm going to give you all time to come in, to go ahead and heart this live, and to go ahead and share this live out tonight. Okay. So yeah, happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a look at these comments real quick and see who is here. Hello, hello, peace to you. Welcome. This is our guest, Victoria. Okay, Victoria just wanted to be called Victoria, so that's what we're gonna call her tonight. All right, and she is brain rot. Okay. Not really sure what that means, but maybe she'll explain it tonight. All right. Happy Venus Day to you. I hope that you all are ready for an amazing podcast. I have had Victoria on my podcast, Chakra and Love Healing, the podcast, before. So I already know that the episode is going to be very interesting. Okay. So if you all can't tell already, Victoria is my daughter. Okay. Victoria is going to go ahead and introduce herself. And she's going to, just talk a little bit about herself before I ask her questions, or, we'll just go with the flow of the conversation as always. So, Victoria, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, my name is Victoria, and I am 14 years old. And um, you can call me Brain Rot. The reason my name is Brain Rot is because I've been getting myself brain rot this summer by being on the game 24/7 because I want to be a streamer on YouTube.
Okay.
And I've been grinding. I did get in trouble, so I don't have it right now. But when I get when I get back, I'll be back to grinding,
Grinding in what way? What kind of grinding have you been doing?
getting better at the game because I
Okay.
am a perfectionist and I want to be top when it
Okay.
comes to what I love doing.
Okay, well, I will say this, Victoria, because we talk about a lot of things. Okay, I will say that you wanting to be the best at what you are doing is a good thing, but perfection should not be what you're looking for. Okay, because perfection is, you want to have progress. If you're trying to get perfection, it's going to be very hard, and then you will drive yourself crazy. Okay, because perfection is not real. Okay, you can be great, you can get as great as you can possibly be, but perfection, that's not something that we're looking for. Okay.
Well, I don't have to argue with that
Oh, you gonna argue? Okay.
because because when you practice, you get improvement, and
Right,
when you
improvement,
improve,
but improvement, but what? Not perfection.
you get perfection.
There is look, perfection is not realistic. Okay,
No,
perfection is not realistic.
it is realistic.
Okay, it's gonna be very difficult, but I want to see. All right. So now, let's go ahead and talk about what we really are here for tonight. All right. Tonight,
Yeah.
we are here to talk about spirituality from the eyes of our youth. Okay. And you are our youth, right? Now, she go in the debate with being a perfectionist. I can resonate with it something battle with brain rot. Right. Look, now let me tell y'all something about her real quick, okay? Because she is and it's not that it's a bad thing, but she is going to argue her points, okay? She's going to make it known how she feel about something. And I feel like that is a great part of, being a youth. Now, sometimes she might be wrong. She might be very wrong. But she going to tell you what her point is, all right? That's why I said when I made this when I said that she was going to be on here, I said she is very much my shadow. Okay. There is a lot of things that I learned from her, but there's also a lot of things that I noticed in her that we both have. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I battle with it, I promise. I think everybody really strives to be a perfectionist, but perfection, I feel like, is not very realistic because nobody is perfect. So if we're striving to be perfectionists, when are we ever going to achieve the things that we trying to achieve? You know?
Being
But
a
huh?
perfectionist is not about how long it's going to take to achieve it.
Okay.
It's about the mindset of being a perfectionist.
Okay. It's about the mindset of being a perfection. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick, okay? So, what to you is spirituality? Like, what are some of the things that you feel as a youth, as a teenager, like what is spirituality to you? What do you feel it is? Oh, hold on. I think she is frozen. Hold on, Vicky. 1 second, y'all.
Spirituality to
Oh,
me
wait, there you
is
go. For frozen. Okay. Hold on. You're still frozen on my end. All right. Hold on. Yeah. Am I lagging too?
yeah,
All right. Hold on. Um. Okay. I think you're back.
but not anymore.
Okay. Yep. There you go.
It was the sound that was
Yeah. You gotta keep the
in my
laptop.
screen.
You gotta keep the laptop still. All right. So
I'm
go ahead.
trying to.
Okay. Go ahead and tell me what you were about to say.
So basically, what I was saying before I was really interrupted, um, is that spirituality is a part of me and is who I am and what made me who I am today.
Okay. I like that definition because that's exactly what it is. It's you. You're finding out who you are, rediscovering yourself. So what are some of the things that you do to, practice your, daily things? Do you have any sort of like spiritual practices or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay. Like what?
So some of my spiritual practices I do or try to do is meditate for 15 minutes at night to help me fall asleep.
Okay. And how do you think that your meditation, like what is it that you do? Because a lot of the times meditation is difficult even for adults. So you as a teenager, like how do you um practice your meditation for someone who may not know how to meditate?
So basically, I go on YouTube and I search up meditation for deep sleeping,
Mhm.
15 minutes,
Mhm.
and I turn on it on my TV and I basically get comfortable. I turn off all the other lights that because light is not good for deep sleep because it interrupts deep sleep. So basically, I turn off all the lights, I get comfortable, and then I lay there and I just start breathing in and out, inhaling and exhaling,
Okay.
and just getting into a calm state.
Do you ever feel like when you meditate, do you ever feel like you have a lot of thoughts when you meditate? Like, is it so many thoughts in your brain when you meditate that you feel like you can't meditate?
Hmm.
Mm. Huh,
Yes,
you say yes.
yeah.
So how like okay, so I remember when you first started meditating with me. Do you remember that? Like when I
Yeah, kind
asked you
of.
to meditate with me? Okay, so I remember, I think the very first time that you meditated with me, you, you couldn't sit still at first, and then like when you finally did, I think get into the meditation, you fell asleep. Do you feel like since that first time that you meditated, do you feel like you have gotten better at meditating?
Um, yeah.
Yeah. How can you tell the difference now from when you first meditated to now that your meditation now? How can you tell that you've gotten better? Do you feel like it helps you in any way when you meditate? And if so, what kind of ways?
When I first meditated 1 to 2 years ago,
Mhm.
I couldn't sit still and I definitely did not get
Did
what
you
I
say you
needed
didn't
out of
care?
it.
Did you say you didn't care?
No, I definitely did
Oh,
not get what I needed out of
oh,
it
okay. Okay.
from falling asleep. But I did feel relaxed. But
Okay.
when I meditated this year, the first time to help me fall asleep, I told you that I felt like I couldn't breathe
Oh yeah, I
because
remember
that
you said
the
that.
meditation was actually helping me. So I could say that I have got better because of what I was feeling.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, is there anything else as a teenager that you feel that you do outside of meditation? Is there any other things that you feel that help you daily?
Other things I do as far as spirituality is so I take spiritual baths sometimes. I don't do them all the time, but I do them sometimes.
Okay. And what to you is a spiritual bath? And how do you do this? What do you put in your spiritual bath?
So basically, I put bath salt in my bath and I run some very hot water because I hate cold water. Well, I don't hate it, but I dislike it very much. um, I make I try to make bubbles sometimes.
Mhm.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. And sometimes I ask my mom for some herbs to put in the water. Sometimes when I'm here by myself, I get a cup of tea and I get a book and then I just sit in the bath and drink the tea and just sit in there.
So what's the difference between your regular bath and your spiritual bath?
My
What do you
regular
think?
bath,
Mhm.
my regular bath is a bath with no intentions at all,
Okay.
with the only intention being to get clean and just relax
Mhm.
and get all the aches out my body.
Okay.
Because on the days where I'm sluggish, I can't take a shower because I'm I just don't feel like standing there and taking a shower. So instead I just sit down and
Mhm.
get all the aches out.
Okay. Now, something that I like that you said was that your spiritual baths, you set intentions. So, what kind of intentions are you setting for your baths?
So um some the intentions that I set for some of my baths are um to basically release negative energy
Mhm.
and bring positive karma into my life. And that's basically
Okay. Well, I feel like that
my
is a good enough
intentions.
start, you know? I feel like
Yeah.
so do you feel like when you set those intentions into your spiritual bath, do you feel like after you have set those intentions, you know, you've done your whole bath and everything, do you feel like when you get out that you feel better afterwards? Like how do you feel after?
Yeah, I just feel like very good in a way. Feel like
Okay.
most of the weight is off my shoulders and that everything is going to happen for a reason.
Okay. What if the things that happen for a reason are negative things? How would you deal with that afterwards?
Mm, embrace it.
Okay. And I know, you know, like for anybody, a teenager, an adult, or anyone, it could be difficult to deal with those hard situations, right? But every day
Yeah.
you have to grow, right? You have to learn from those experiences and you have to learn to embrace them, like you said, and then you have to learn from those things, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes it may feel like I can't do that, but you know, the more you think about the situations, like, do you have any ways that other than your spiritual baths that you might release the feelings that you have? You know, do you have any sort of rituals or anything that you do consistently, um, you know, like in your life on a daily basis or anything like that?
Um, it's very hard to come up with a consistent routine for
Hmm.
me,
Hmm.
but there is some things that I do sometimes since I'm
Okay.
an empath.
Okay. All right. Well, since you said you're an empath, what is an empath to you?
An empath is somebody who communicates with spirit.
Okay. Well, that's not necessarily an empath. An empath is someone who can feel others' feelings really strongly. So I think what you're looking for is that you feel that you might be a medium, like, so you feel like you can communicate with spirits?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And so how do you know that you're communicating with them?
So, um, few things I do to communicate with spirits is I would take my necklace and it has a pendant on it, um, kind of in the shape of what is it called?
What? A pendulum?
Pendulum. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was thinking of that just before you said it. So it's in the shape of a pendulum. And basically, I would just hold it on my finger, trying to be as still as possible. And then I would talk and
Okay.
try to understand what they're saying based on the alphabet and the movement of the pendulum.
Okay. That's very interesting. I wasn't as young as you were starting in my spiritual journey because I just started this a few years ago. So it's very interesting to hear that you're able to communicate with spirit. So do you ever feel nervous when you do that? Do you only do it for certain things, like when you have questions, or is it something that you feel that is what you're supposed to be doing when you communicate with spirit? Like how did you know that that's something that you were doing? Because I didn't know until you told me that that you had communicated with spirit.
So, um, I've learned about communicating with spirits when I was watching YouTube.
Okay.
And it's about the let me search it up real quick. But I found it from a YouTube channel. Actually, I don't need to search it up. But I found it from a YouTube channel named Sam and Colby. And basically, they went to the Conjuring house.
Mhm.
And there were two mediums that when they um intertwine their fingers together, they can feel the energy and they can communicate with spirits
Okay.
using the alphabet.
Okay. Now, sometimes, you want to be very aware of who you're communicating with, right? You want to
Yeah.
make sure that you're being as careful as possible when doing that. Um, so that's very interesting. Is there anything else? Because I know, like, when me and you like really started doing things, we first tried starting off like doing journaling and things like that. Have you kept up with journaling, or is that something that you didn't really feel connected with?
Oh yeah, I didn't answer the last question. The last
Oh,
question was, how do I feel when I do it? Or basically, I just feel like it's something I'm supposed to be doing to actually become who I am going to be in the future.
okay.
So the next question is, have I kept up with journaling? And actually, I journal sometimes for like times when I don't have no one to talk to, basically.
Okay. And do you feel like journaling helps you in any way when you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, or do you feel like it doesn't necessarily do anything for you?
I feel like it just releases that negative energy.
Okay. Well, that's always a good thing. And Anissa said that she loves your transparency.
Thank you.
Said thank you, Victoria. So, is there anything else that you want to share? Because I don't want to pry too much. I don't want to dig too much into your personal business because I know how you like your privacy, and things like that. Is there anything else that you want to tell us about, like how you feel that your spiritual journey is going, or anything else that you might do?
Well, my spiritual journey, I feel like wouldn't have started if the way I was feeling, um, I feel like would have pulled me into a depression.
Okay. Now, I don't know if that's anything that you want to touch on or not. Um, because, my page knows a little bit, that you have depression, but they know that I have also struggled with depression as well. So, with your depression, do you feel like your spiritual journey has helped you in any way with your depression, or do you think that it has hindered you, meaning that you feel like it hasn't really helped you with your depression? As far as like the things that you do, your spiritual baths, your meditation, your journaling, and things like that, do you feel like it has or hasn't helped you with your depression?
I feel like my spiritual journey has started because of my depression. Because I don't know, well, I didn't know how to get out of that state of mind.
Mhm.
I didn't know how to come back from it because I was already so deep into it,
Okay.
basically.
And that makes sense. What about anyone who any other teenagers or young adults who, may have who may, be headed down the same path? Like, do you think there's any tips that you might want to provide them with on things that might can help them in their everyday life, either if they have depression or anxiety or anything like that, that might be able to help them, just in general?
If you have depression and are heading down the wrong path, I would recommend talking to your parents to get a therapist because you don't want to physically harm yourself or try to end your life. So, talking to somebody can basically help you get any negative thoughts and turn them into something positive. And knowing that your skin isn't paper, so you don't want to cut it. And your life, you only have one life to live, so you don't want to cut it short. And that there are a lot of people, sadly, that go through the same stuff every single day, and you're not the only one going through it. So, yeah, if you feel like you're the only one going through it, that's not true because a therapist was the was probably the person without the help, or the therapist was the person with the help. I mean, your therapist has to have meetings with a therapist to release your trauma from them, because it might be like making them feel a certain type of way. And it might be from past experience. Or maybe they want to be the therapist because they want to help people that didn't get the same help as they did. But anyway, like there's a lot of people who go through it, who have
Mhm.
experienced what you are feeling is basically a burden to you. So I would say you could call 977 at no, it's 988, the mental hotline, but all they would do is be like, we have to get off the phone, so goodbye. I don't really think the phone number does anything. But
It
yeah.
might help somebody though.
Yeah, I
You
might
think?
help somebody though. But um you don't have to be spiritual, but you can do some things like meditate, keep up with your hygiene, go for brisk outside in your neighborhood, be safe at the same time, go biking. You could plant some new plants in the garden. You can play board games, watch movie, watch TV shows, try a new recipe. But basically, doing what you love will help you get out of your depression.
I like that. And I say that because, that's kind of what helped me get out of my depression, you know? And
Yeah,
I love that you said that. I love that you said doing things that you uh, love to do, going out for brisk walks, and just enjoy life, right? Because life is so short. And you said a whole mouthful of things, that I really I was over here trying not to cry, because but just you said that your skin is paper, so don't cut it. Um, and that was something big. And then you
yeah,
said that what'd you say? You said about your life. You only have one life to live, so don't cut it short. I love how you said that. Um, and it made me a little bit emotional just thinking about it because there are people, who really feel like no one understands what they're going through. And so
yeah,
even though we go through the things that we go through, just knowing that, you are hearing the things that are being said, it sometimes can be a little bit difficult because it feels like, like, is she really listening? But I can tell that you are. I can tell that you are, and I appreciate you giving other teens or just anyone in general, youth, anyone, adults as well, who need to hear this, you know,
yeah,
they they might feel like, wow, if she can feel the same way, then maybe I can feel good about, my life. Maybe I can feel good about, being able to enjoy things. I can hear the bird. So sorry, I can hear the birds. So we don't have the cover to our chimney where the birds don't fly into the fireplace. So we have the fireplace doors closed, and there is a bird that flew down there last night while we was watching a movie, and he is making so much noise right now. That is what you guys hear. It is not from outside. It is from our living room downstairs. So it's completely crazy right now. Anissa said, yes, just living in a bliss, and I love it. Yes. So we definitely have to be grateful for everything that we have in this life. We have to be able to be grateful for the small things, whether it's us waking up in the morning and taking that breath because we just woke up. Gratitude can change a lot of things. And without that, you really have nothing. So, is there anything else that you would like to give to our audience today?
Okay.
Yes, grateful to be grateful.
So another thing I would like to talk about
Mhm.
is mental health.
Okay. We can go there if you want to.
Okay.
All right.
So mental health wouldn't have got wait, what? Yeah, I don't have a script. I'm trying to be as real as possible right now. But also trying to make sense.
Go ahead, take
Mental
your time.
health was the reason that I got into spirituality. Um, because mental health is about how you feel on the inside and how you look on the outside.
Mm. You know how like they do on the Mm. Okay, so all right. I get where you're going with that. So basically you're saying that if you don't feel good on the inside, you won't look good on the outside?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense, right? Because what I tell you all the time about your room, what's one of the things that I say all the time? You don't feel good if your room don't look good, right?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna feel what? Crowded. It's gonna feel cluttered. It's gonna be chaotic, right? So if
Mhm.
you keep it clean, then you'll feel better. So if you keep your inside clean and you think
Drink
positive
plenty
thoughts,
of water.
yes, all of that, right? Then it'll make you better on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it has to do with your mindset because hmm, your mindset determines what you're going to do, basically.
And you know what though? So I don't want to cut you off too long, right? But that is something that we are talking about because on my page, we are reading the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he talks a lot about your mental health and your mindset. So basically, just what you said, it determines everything, right? So
Yeah.
your mindset is everything, but you also have to feel it too. So if you change your mindset and then you also feel good, then it'll be good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if you wake up and you say, I'm going to have the best day of my life, right? You say that and you get up, you drink some water, you go for a morning brisk, early in
Agree.
the morning, and then you come back home, take a shower, eat your breakfast. We're not having waffles and syrup. We're having avocado toast with oatmeal,
But what
right?
if they want? But what if that's what they want? They want pancakes and syrup.
You need to envision it.
Oh,
Get the imagery, okay?
see, that's what we not. That's not what we not about to do on here on this podcast.
Okay? Today we're not having cereal or waffles and syrup, okay? We're
Well,
having
so what are you
oatmeal
saying?
and avocado toast.
Are you saying that your food gonna make you feel better as well? Is that what
Yes.
you're trying to tell me?
What you put inside of your body is important too.
Okay.
Because how you gonna look outside
Okay.
of your body.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need
Eating a healthy breakfast
you.
with, and I'm gonna use my terminology that I know. Okay?
Okay.
Having carbohydrates early in the morning, which carbohydrates are full of sugar. Sugar is short term energy. Natural sugars are long term energy. So you don't want to have waffles and syrup early in the morning because that is not good for your body.
What if that's what I like? What if that's what I want to eat?
Well, what you like sometimes just ain't healthy.
Oh.
And then you gonna wonder why when you taking your new nap, you're all sluggish and don't want to get up and make dinner. Because you had that coffee early in the morning. That has tons of sugar.
Wait a minute. Now, I don't put sugar in my coffee. Okay. I don't put
Well,
sugar in my
I know the people that go to Starbucks be like, can I have this pump, 2 pumps, 3 pumps, 4 pumps, 5 pumps, 6 pumps, 7 pumps?
All right.
And
Well,
it just keep going.
let's not get distracted now. So
It
what
just
you
keep
put it
going, keep
so,
going.
so what
Because
you put
they love, no, they love the taste of sugar.
okay.
And you know what sugar
Let's reel
is?
let's reel it back.
You know
Let's
what
reel
sugar is? Do you know what sugar is? It is a drug.
let's reel it back in,
It is
Victoria.
a drug. It is not
Victoria,
good for you.
Victoria.
And it doesn't help your mental health at all.
Okay. So that's the point, right? All right.
Yes,
All right.
that's the
The
point.
healthier foods that you put in your body.
The healthier you will feel.
Okay. The
And
better
that's
your
the reason
mental will
why your
be.
nails ain't growing. And your lashes not long and falling off. And your hair falling off.
Anyway. All right,
Because you're not
Victoria.
putting healthy food into your body.
Do we have anything else that we want to discuss? We go we gonna stay on topic today. Tonight. All right. We gonna stay on topic because you get distracted.
The next topic we're going to talk about
She said you right, Brad, right?
is lifestyle
It is a lifestyle. It really
because it
is.
falls into the next topic.
Go.
The reason I'm talking about what you basically are, what you eat, is that because I'm a vegetarian, which means I only eat veggies. What is EMF?
EMF. Oh, too much is not healthy either, is what she was saying.
Oh
Too
yeah,
much.
portion control.
Yes, portion control is very important.
Let me show y'all something real quick.
What you about to show them before you show them? What you about to show them?
I
Electronic
was
magnetic frequency
so
is EMF. Too much electronic magnetic frequency is not healthy either.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it probably has something to do with the computers.
Oh,
And,
probably.
so yeah, so EMF may refer to electromagnetic force, which is the electric potential
Oh,
produced by an
you could have just said
cell
that.
by
I know what
changing
electromagnetic force is.
hmm which can be found on cell phones, laptops, and Wi-Fi routers. So basically, having cell phones out too much, too many laptops, being in front of TVs all day, and stuff like that. So turn off your devices a little bit, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, Victoria. So, so your brain rot
It's very right.
that you've been doing all summer.
It's my stomach side.
Uh-huh. But what you trying to show them before you show them?
Wait, I'm gonna show them two things.
Wait, before you do, I need to make sure that you ain't about to show nothing crazy.
I'm not.
All right. 'Cause
Let
I
me
don't be knowing.
share.
I don't be knowing what you about to do sometimes.
Okay. I have
Victoria,
two.
oh,
Huh?
hold on. I gotta approve that. Look at you. I didn't even know you could do that. First of all, how you just go on my thing and just share a screen? Okay.
I got two things I'm
But
sharing.
you gotta actually put it up there. Go ahead and
Okay,
pop it.
the first thing is this, since we're talking about
Uh-oh.
portion control. Look at
Mm-hmm.
these colors: red, orange, green, purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're gonna look at this: red, orange, green, purple.
But you know what you left off? Yellow, blue.
No, red, orange, green, and purple.
Yeah.
Red.
Okay. What about your other chakras? That bird is real loud. But I like where you was going with it.
We're focusing on this for now, right?
Okay.
This says
Okay.
fruit, okay? Fruit.
Okay.
Fruit. You see the feet?
The feet, he said.
Feet are very important. You know
Okay.
why?
Why?
Because how else would you be able to walk?
Okay, that's true. And did you know that the bottoms of your feet is where like if you put oil on your feet, essential oils on your feet, it enters in through your feet the fastest and gets into your bloodstream.
Yeah, your bloodstream.
Hmm. All right, next.
Okay, so the next part is orange.
Okay.
Green.
Hmm.
Right here.
Okay. That is the sacral chakra region. Hmm.
I don't know. It was great.
She's
Next,
like, just eat the greens. Okay.
vegetables.
Okay, where is
Now
that at?
this one we gonna talk about the
Where you at?
here and here. Okay,
That's your heart chakra.
vegetables are very good for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you not get diabetes
Wait.
if you eat your vegetables. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how you incorporated. Well, I mean, I guess that makes a little bit of sense because it's not sugar, but you know. All right, on to the
You can
next.
also get diabetes from too much sodium.
Okay.
Okay.
But what if they put in salt on their vegetables?
I don't know.
Okay.
You
All right.
shouldn't
Well,
just be seasoning your stuff with salt, but okay.
all right.
Protein.
Mm-hmm.
Protein. The mind and your scalp.
Your
I mean,
turn.
that does make sense.
So, what kind of proteins? Because you said you was a vegetarian. So, how, if you're a vegetarian, how you going to get your proteins?
Okay. We're going to. So, fruit.
You know that.
Watermelon.
Wait. Let's talk about it real
Watermelon
quick.
right there.
Let's talk about it real quick. You know that you can get protein from your vegetables. That's all I was getting at.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I was getting at, Victoria.
I
All
think
right.
they mean like bread, starchy vegetables. That's what I
Mm-mm.
think they mean. Starchy vegetables.
No, I think all vegetables. Watermelon seeds have protein, see? And
Yeah, I
fruit.
eat watermelon sides,
You eat
seeds,
watermelon what?
seeds.
Oh, you said sides. You said watermelon sides. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to show us?
um, we talked about portion control. Um, hmm,
Is that a no? Or are you just gonna sit there looking?
let's take. We could talk about to go circle all the way back to when you asked me what I practice.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I left something out.
Hmm.
Reiki sessions. I go to Reiki sessions.
You got Reiki? Reiki session?
Reiki sessions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been waiting for you to get to this. Okay. So all right. So let's talk about your first ever Reiki session that you went to. How was that experience for you? Okay.
Yeah.
And did you enjoy it?
Okay. The first experience with Reiki that I have had is so we went to hmm,
Hollywood Cemetery.
Hollywood Cemetery just downtown. And this was a couple of months after my aunt passed away. So it was pretty fresh in the dough, you know. So I do laugh.
Because why did you say that like that? Pretty fresh in the dough, you know.
Yep, ended up,
Okay,
ended up.
in the dough.
So basically, I was feeling depressed and all of this. I don't even know how to feel at this point. So mom asked me if I want to go to a Reiki session. And I said, "What's that?" And I said, "Yes."
Is that how you
And
go ahead?
I went with her. I don't even know what we doing, but we took a little walk to ground, to feel the environment around us. Okay? And then we just wait for everybody to come. And then we did hi.
Hello,
We
hello.
opened our
Our third
third
eye.
eye chakra, and then we were the first people to get our Reiki session done because yeah. So I got on the thingy on the
Table.
table or whatever, and I just got comfortable. I didn't have to wait too long for them to do me because yeah, I don't know. So um they started doing the Reiki session or whatever, and during the Reiki session I felt some cold air or whatever over my what is it
Mhm.
called?
Over your crown? Over your top of your head? Or are you talking about here?
Here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Your third eye is here. So you felt it here over your face?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Over my face or whatever. And then a couple of minutes later the Reiki session was over. And they told me that my my heart chakra was open. And that my aunt visited me.
Your spirit guides?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that I forgot to tell you before we did the Reiki session was that, they would be in your personal space. So, how did you feel knowing that they were all up in your personal area, all up in your bubble? Were you nervous? Like, how did you feel?
It felt a little weird, but I wasn't nervous.
Okay. I was actually the very first time that I did the Reiki session, I was a little nervous because I was like, I knew that, Reiki had to do with, like because you have chakras in your hand as well with the energy and, they're aligning your chakras and things like that. But I didn't know what to expect. So for me, I was a little bit nervous. So I don't know exactly if they were able to really get all that they needed to get, like and balance everything the way they were supposed to. But I definitely enjoyed the Reiki sessions and I like doing them with you and taking you with me. So there is a
Yeah.
Reiki session tomorrow that we are
Yeah, I'm
going.
going tomorrow.
Yes, with New Wave. They are the Reiki practitioners who do our Reiki, and they are very, very talented. They do their job very well, and it will be at the Hollywood Cemetery again. So, if you're in our area, um, you know, one day you should definitely have a Reiki session done by New Wave. So I just wanted to throw it
Yeah.
in there. But I'm glad that you brought up the Reiki because Reiki is important. It helps to balance your chakras and, get you more in line with, your spirit guides and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and it's a Chinese healing
Tradition that they used to do.
not a tradition but a practice
Yeah,
basically.
it was like more like a medicinal practice that they used to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, Victoria, I have enjoyed having you on the podcast. Okay. We are hitting our 1 hour mark. So I like to make sure
Yeah.
that people come back and watch the podcast episode. So if you would like to be on another episode, we will get you scheduled in another time so we can go through that mind of yours. Okay. But do you have any last words that you would like to say, or any last tips that you would like to provide before we end this episode of the Spiritual Growth Podcast?
I hope you enjoy listening
Yes.
and
And
took
make
any of the topics I have discussed into consideration and can incorporate whatever you need to bring into your personal life.
I like that. Yes. Thank you all so much for coming on and watching. I hope that you were able to learn something, and, take something into your life. Please make sure that you heart this live if you have not and share it out for others to see. This is our youth and what her thoughts were on spirituality and just everyday life, dealing with real life things, mental health, depression, all of that good stuff. So, if you are just tuning in, make sure that you go back and you catch the replay. But we will see you next week with another episode of the Spiritual Growth Podcast. Again, this is Felicia Carter and Victoria. And I hope that you had a great rest of your night.
Be
Bye.
safe out there.